Hey everybody, welcome to Total Packers with Matt LaFleur, presented by Software One. Larry McCarren along with the head coach of the Green Bay Packers. And Matt, we'll talk about Carolina later, but first Tampa Bay. And the headline news is Baker Mayfield, perfect quarterback rating. What happened?
Yeah, it was definitely unfortunate for us. You got to give Baker a lot of credit and their team. They came out and did what they needed to do at a high level. But unfortunately, when you look at it, there was a lot of self-inflicted wounds in terms of guys being out of position. We're not communicating at a high level, and that's what happens when you don't have all 11 on the same page.
Does communication rank right up there with scheme and execution?
Oh, absolutely. I think you got to get everybody on the same page and making sure that each person knows their responsibilities, and so that you can play off one another. And when you don't, you have two guys in one area or you have a big void in a defense, you get gutted.
Matt, is it possible in a football sense to give good receivers like they have, Chris Godwin, Mike Evans, to give those guys too much respect?
I think absolutely you can. You could play a little soft in the back end. One of the keys going into the game was trying to keep a lid on the defense, not allow them to make those big explosion plays, but that also leaves you susceptible to some of the seam throws, and they executed those at a high level.
When a quarterback goes off like Baker Mayfield did, usually you look at pass rush as a contributing factor, but you guys had 5 sacks. Was that a feast or famine thing? Was the pass rush consistent enough?
I really think it was. I think, unfortunately, there were too many times where he was hitting the top of his drop and his number one read was open, and he did a really good job of throwing on rhythm and timing and got the ball out of his hands before the rush could affect him in many instances.
The most important thing now moving forward are the problems you've mentioned fixable.
Absolutely. Absolutely. These are plays and concepts that we've executed at a high level in the past, and for them to show up in this game was not only surprising, but obviously very disappointing.
Baker Mayfield, his performance has kind of overshadowed your own guy, Jordan Love, whose quarterback rating was a fairly stellar 111.5. How'd you think Jordan did?
I thought Jordan played an outstanding game, especially just in terms of the things he can control, being decisive with the football, throwing accurately, making off-schedule plays. That was a big-time play on a 3rd down and 14 in the red zone where he hit Jaden Reed for a 17-yard touchdown. So I thought, all in all, Jordan handled himself at a high level.
Matt, that play you mentioned, that was big-time stuff at both ends of it. I mean, that was outstanding football. When you see that, I'm sure as a head coach you're thinking, yeah, that's what we want.
Absolutely. A lot of times, that's a tough situation to be in. 3rd down and 14, and a lot of those plays down there in the red zone, they tend to go off schedule. Jordan did a great job of escaping up and out of the pocket, and Jaden just did a great job of leaving room in the end zone, not stepping out of bounds, and the throw and the catch were right on point.
You did get Aaron Jones back in the lineup, and he seemed to provide some juice, especially early. When he's out there, can you kind of feel his presence?
Yeah, absolutely. Whether it's the run game, the pass game, just his leadership when he's out there, I think everybody feeds off that, and everybody's able to go out there and play a little bit more confident.
Matt, bottom line, you guys could wind up 9-8, and who knows what that brings. What's it going to take to return to that winning brand of football you had earlier?
Oh, we got to get back to work, and we know that nothing's guaranteed in this league, and we got to go on the road on Christmas Eve and play a Carolina team coming off a big win, their 2nd win of the season versus Atlanta, 9-7. So they're going to have a little bit of momentum, but it all comes back to us making sure our preparation's on point and having a great week of practice.
Thank you, Matt. Coming up, Packers rookie tight end, Tucker Kraft. Don't go away. Total Packers with Matt LaFleur is brought to you by your local Chevy dealers, by Bellin Health, and by Johnsonville. Welcome back. This one-on-one is brought to you by Brew Pub, lots of matzo pizza.
Love looking and waiting, lost to the left side. He's got Kraft down the sideline, 30, hurdles a defender.
Tucker, part of your play style is going airborne. Where does that come from?
I think it's just my drive to get everything I can from a play. You know, I want to make the play to set the offense's momentum, to get more confidence going in the huddle. I just want to be there for the guys.
Tucker, what's the biggest lesson, would you say, you've learned during your rookie season?
Patience and having the right attitude. I am extremely grateful to be able to play in the National Football League. I tell myself that every single day. You know, I thank God for every opportunity I get, and it's really an amazing thing that we get to, you know, lace up 4 times a week. You know, once on Sunday, Monday, Thursday, you know, whatever it is, and play a game. It's really a beautiful thing.
You look at this season, and you are playing more and more and more. It looks like you're having fun. Are you?
I mean, I think that's the key to it is, you know, never let anything in this league take your joy away. That's kind of how I've taken my approach this season. I knew it was going to be a big learning year for me, but being able to just kind of come into my own and get way more comfortable with the offense, the scheme, and just, most importantly, I just have fun.
Tell me now about your touchdown catch.
With the passing game, you know, it's all about spacing and timing. So I just kind of had to sit in there, be patient. Jordan got the ball to me. Rashid got the kick out, and I felt the defense closing in on me fast. It was only like the 2-yard line. So I just figured it couldn't go through, so I was just gonna go over. It worked out.
Screens it out left side, got his man leaping, end zone, touchdown. It is Tucker Kraft.
Now this season you've had catches of 27, 43, and 36 yards against the Bucs. What's the key to making big plays?
I take every play, really truly try to take every play one play at a time. I hear the play in the huddle and I line up. It doesn't matter if I know I'm the first reading the progression or if I'm the last reading the progression. I try to run every route like the ball's gonna come to me. You know, some games I'll be out there and I'm running routes just for the love of the game, get my teammates open. I spent the whole early half of the year, you know, pass blocking and run blocking. So I had to earn my right to run actual routes without having to hit a guy to get out.
All right, well, let's talk about blocking for a moment. Watching you, you're doing a hell of a job. It's like you like it. Do you like it?
I take a lot of pride in it, yeah. You know, being able to collapse the edge of a defense, and then climbing second level, getting on my correct landmark, communicating with the O-line, and displacing a body for the running back. I think that's just as big as, you know, any kind of reception. So I do take a lot of pride in it.
3 games left. What's the best thing Tucker Kraft can do for this football team?
I just want to be there for the guys. I want to benefit them in ways that will allow us to create momentum and move the ball past the sticks. I'm coming into my own as a pass catcher, but you know, if I had 0 targets in a game, I completely understand. That's just my mindset. I want to be there to help the team in any aspect. That means I have to get into jet protection with the offensive line and go one-on-one with the D-end. That's fine with me. I love to play. I love to be on the winning side of all games, just like anybody else does. But as long as that scoreboard has Green Bay ahead, I don't care what I'm doing on the field. I want to help the Packers in the best way possible.
With returns, Wayne, you either got it or you don't. Keisean Nixon has it.
Keisean Nixon always presses it.
3, 2.
And there he goes! The all-pro kick returner from a season ago.
He's kind of amazing with the regularity. Once he gets rolling, that he can return kicks like that.
Cutting it back inside, 15 to the 20. Makes the turn, accelerates. Keisean Nixon.
Welcome back. This week's Chalk Talk is brought to you by Network Health. Aaron Jones, first game in a month, first carry in a month. It's like the rest of the guys were celebrating his return because the execution was excellent. This is like an old-fashioned power play, but instead of a pulling guard, the Packers have a pulling center, Josh Myers. And Josh is probably bigger than Jerry Kramer and Fuzzy Thurston combined. But look at the big guy rumble to the edge and bang. Terrific work there, but that's just the start. We also have Josiah DeGuara, Tucker Kraft, Zach Tom, John Runyon, real good seal on the inside, and Aaron Jones is through the hole untouched. Shaking and baking downfield, the stiff arm, the broken tackle, and if Levante David doesn't catch him from behind, Aaron is still running. Welcome back. Now it's time to return the favor, and that's a job Aaron takes very seriously. The throw to Tucker Kraft, so here's the football. Good block by Rasheed Walker. Here's Aaron Jones, and if you'll note, the defender is closer to the ball than he is. This is going to be a very difficult block, if not impossible. Watch Aaron. He bites, scratches, kicks, holds, whatever it takes to keep that defender out of the play. Now Tucker cooperates by going airborne as he's known to do. But somehow, some way, Aaron prevents that defender from stopping Tucker short of the end zone. And that's why Aaron Jones is Aaron Jones.
First game back and you're involved like that and you're having some success. Definitely, I was loving this.
Total Packers with Matt LaFleur is brought to you by Network Health, by your Wisconsin Toyota dealers, and by Software One, redefining how companies build, buy, and manage everything in the cloud.
.500 games to him, I think it's a celebration for sure. This is something that's been like a constant in his life for 50 years. I'm only 30, so he's been a part of this organization longer than I've been alive.
Congratulations, Harry, Harry, Harry.
Going to the games with him, it was always like a very anticipated event, and then seeing him have fun with all of his friends. He worked a lot when I was growing up, so this was like a really fun outlet for him. I'm just really happy that he's here. I am just grateful to still have my dad and have him be happy and feel supported. So I think that's pretty cool, and it means a lot to him.
One, two, three. Welcome back to Total Packers with Matt LaFleur. Top Performers is brought to you by Spectrum. No game balls to hand out tonight, but we do have top performers. And Matt, one fella I want to talk about, Dontavian Wicks. 6 catches, 97 yards. What, in a football sense, is making him kind of a special
5th-round draft choice.
He obviously has tremendous talent. I love his competitive nature, what he's able to do with the ball after the catch, how he's fighting out there for yardage, how he enforces in the run game. He's going to be a special player, I believe, for a long time. And what's even more impressive was the fact that we didn't even know he was going to play early on in the week. To fight through an ankle injury and come out with that type of performance, I think that speaks volumes of who Dontavian Wicks is.
On defense, I wanted to mention Kenny Clark, who's Mr. Consistency. 2 sacks, batted down a pass. He's always tough against the run. And I really think, from the outside looking in, Matt, that his presence makes all the defensive linemen better because of the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, absolutely. Kenny's been playing at a really consistent level every week. He's a guy that opposing offenses have to account for, and he plays a lot of snaps for us and does a great job.
Thank you, Matt. Coming up, the last word from the coach. Don't go away.
That's quarterback play. He's playing at a very, very high level.
Let's now talk about the quarterback for Green Bay because he's got his team believing right now.
Jordan Love, to me, by the week, looks more and more like a franchise quarterback.
Back Taylor, leaping grab, Romeo does, touchdown, sensational throw. Dare I say, all you need is Love. Side, he's got it, man, over the shoulder kick.
That was one courageous throw by Jordan Love, and just a terrific individual play by Jordan Love.
He's got left side, top is down, leaping grab, touchdown, touchdown. Oh, what a throw.
I don't know if you know this, he's over 300 yards for the game passing. It has been a long time since we've had an explosion like this.
It's a snap from Myers, steps up, quarterback draw. He's to the end zone, touchdown, Jordan Love.
Welcome back. The Last Word with Matt LaFleur is brought to you by Construction Business Group and Wisconsin Operating Engineers. Time for the last word from the coach. And Matt, this week you got a trip to Carolina. The Panthers are 2-12, but they just beat Atlanta. And when it comes to yardage allowed, this kind of surprised me. They're like in the top 3 or 4 in the league.
Yeah, they do a great job defensively. Ejiro Evero, who once coached for the Green Bay Packers, has done a great job. He did it last year in Denver. He's brought a really good defense to Carolina. And when you couple that scheme with outstanding players, they got a couple guys up front that can really cause you a lot of problems.
Of course, at the end of the day, it's always about the team in the mirror. What are you emphasizing to your team this week?
Well, we know what's at stake. Obviously, everything's on the line. We got to win out to even give ourselves a chance. So we got to have a great week of prep. It's a playoff mentality, and we just need to play much better and much more consistently in every phase if we want to come out on top.
Thank you, Matt. Good luck in Carolina, and thank you for watching. Until next time, take care.